because I was shooting a film, I lost half of a tooth at 5 o'clock in the sorry, I was gonna swear. Hey guys, hey. Okay, so I am live and direct in Jamaica. I'm in Montego Bay for my birthday, and I figured this would be the perfect opportunity to, answer the questions that you asked me the other day. Remember, I did tell you that I was going to do a video answering your questions. Well, this is the perfect opportunity. So I figured I might as well, whilst I get ready for dinner, do this Q&A. Oh, using NARS, my favorite foundation. But yeah, let's go. Let me start from the beginning because there's so many questions. All right, so someone asked me, which is like a really interesting but weird question. Someone said, "Who are you?" What does that even mean? Where do I begin? Who am I? I mean, my name is Beverly. I am Nigerian, British Nigerian, born and raised in London, England. Moved to Nigeria in 2011 and then worked full time as an actress. So yeah, so I lived in Nigeria for a while. Now I'm in America a lot more often. Just pursuing more goals over here because big girl, big dreams. Big dreams, big girl, one of the two. But anyway, yeah. Personality, I'm an introvert, but then I love to obviously have fun with my friends, people that I just hold dear to my heart. And what do I love to do for fun? I love to go out to new restaurants. I love to check out new bars. I love to travel, hence Jamaica. I love to travel, and yeah, most times if I'm not out doing these things and I'm at home chilling, probably watching something new online or on one of these streaming platforms, or yeah, just catching up with my friends. That's essentially what I love to do. So in a nutshell, I hope that answers your question. What's your biggest tip for keeping natural hair moisturized? Wow, you guys are going right into it. So for me, I have a routine that's been working for me for years. I'm still doing my research and stuff like that to see if what I'm working on can work for everyone else. And so far, so good. So I should have an update soon. But in a nutshell, just keeping your hair moisturized is so, so important. I just think that, if you want to have healthy hair, you need to keep it moisturized. And it doesn't need to be anything complicated. I just say, keep it hydrated using water. Water's don't underestimate water. Water's super essential to hydrated and healthy hair. Of course, you need to get some oils in there too. Not too much and not all the time. Just, whenever you feel like your hair needs additional moisture and sheen, oils are really, really essential. I recommend shea oil, mango butter, shea butter obviously. Yeah, those are my personal favorites, to be honest. I don't want to recommend oils that I don't really use. Tea tree oil is another really good one. Yeah, I feel for me, less is more with natural hair. Just washing your hair twice a week. Not twice a week. Well, you could if you wanted to, but washing your hair twice a month is what I was supposed to say. And keeping your hair moisturized throughout the whole time is amazing. It's because maybe I can show you how I style my braids. Okay, cool. I'll show you how I style my braids, and then another time I'll show you how I style my hair. What will it take for a man to win? What will it take for a man to win my heart? Interesting. No, for me, it's really important for me to be with someone that truly, wholeheartedly understands me, cherishes me, takes the time to truly just understand what I'm about, my personality, my needs, my desires, what makes me tick, what makes me sad. That's really important. But yeah, I think ultimately someone that makes me happy and someone that's just as ambitious and as driven as I am. Someone that is a provider. Do you understand? Someone that literally is generous and caring and affectionate and emotionally intelligent. These things are really important. I think a guy that is a gentleman, respects women, knows how to treat a woman like a lady, knows how to value her and make her feel seen, and respected and adored and cherished. These are really important qualities. So, yeah. How would you compare your childhood ambition to where you are now? That's a really interesting question. I think for me, how would I compare them? I feel like it's actually quite interesting because I feel like where I am now is exactly where I feel I need to be. Like prioritizing my joy, my happiness, the things I really want to do. And I'm trying to get rid of all my inhibitions as well. So it's still aligned with what I wanted as a child or as a young person. It was literally to achieve my wildest dreams and my wildest aspirations. And I feel like with where I am right now, I can do exactly that. So I'm still aligned. But then as far as like, the typical goals that I set for myself when I was younger, I feel like it's changed a bit. I just want more. I'm just more entrepreneurial now. I feel like I have more desires to kind of do more outside of just acting. So I feel like if anything's changed, it's definitely the fact that I want to do more than just acting. And I am actually pursuing those goals and those dreams now. So yeah, I think either way, my younger self will be very proud of me and the direction I've chosen to go in. So yeah, that's it. By the way, my makeup, I want none of you judging me, okay? Because the way I do my makeup, I take a very simple approach to makeup. So this is for the amateurs slash the ones that like literally would love to know how to do professional makeup but just can never figure it out. Like I'm one of them. So yeah, we're in the same boat. So yeah, if you're watching this, just know that I'm giving you simple stuff because yeah. How do you motivate yourself when you feel lazy? Ooh, that's a good question because sometimes I'm going to use this as my mirror, by the way, because I don't have a mirror in front of me. I needed the natural light, so I need to be right in front of the window. But I hope this works. I've never done this before. But yeah, how do I stay motivated when I feel lazy? That is such a good question. Bills. So my bills are monthly now. In comparison to Nigeria, where my bills were yearly, my bills are monthly. So I have to stay motivated whether I like it or not. And that's actually the kick up my behind that I needed, that I feel like I wasn't getting in Lagos, because I feel like I started to get really complacent, which was leading to like boredom and just boredom really. So I feel like now it just feels like because my bills are monthly, I have to always be thinking outside of the box, always being creative and always looking for new ways to do old things and new ways to do new things as well. But then outside of that, how I stay motivated is just like recognizing that I have like goals and dreams and aspirations that mean so much to me, and seeing them come to fruition. Like the thought of that, like imagining what that would be like, definitely keeps me motivated. But then there are days that I definitely feel like, you know what, like I really don't feel like I have, oh my gosh, I feel like I don't really feel like I have the strength today. And in those moments I do honor that feeling. Do you understand? Because I feel like it's important to just honor how your body feels, so that it doesn't lead to like resentment for whatever you're trying to achieve, or resentment towards yourself because you feel like you're pushing yourself too hard at a time that you feel like you don't really have the strength to do more. So yeah, how I stay motivated is, as I said, to remind myself of why I'm doing it, to visualize what the end goal would look like, and to remember why I started and remember why I enjoy it. That's how I stay motivated in moments where I feel lazy. And in moments where even that doesn't seem to work, then I give myself a day off, just so that I can build that motivation again. And it always works for me. So that's what I tend to do. I hope that helps you. If you could be anywhere in the world doing anything you want, where would you be? I think I'm exactly I'm in Jamaica now, but America. I love America with all my heart. I've been going to America since I was a kid, and it just always feels like the land of opportunities, the land where your dreams could actually mean something. Like America's like, if you work hard, you can achieve all your goals and aspirations, and it motivates you to actually want to work hard. Beautiful, elegant, classy, witty, I could go on. What else could I ask for besides your number? Oh, thank you so much for the compliment. First and foremost, I appreciate it. What else could you ask for beside my number? I don't know. Advice? I really don't know. I won't be knowing, guys. But okay, let me go to the next one. But thank you for the compliment. Next, I need to do my hair. My hair's looking rough. So yeah, I did say I was gonna do that. So I'll show you how I do my hair shortly. I don't know where to begin. There's so many. And who always admires your lifestyle and what you do. What's your secret what's your secret to a happy lifestyle? So for me, that's a great question. Like, I mean, it's a continuous journey of, you know, just discovering the things that make me happy, the people that make me happy, and then just leaning into that as much as possible. So I feel like that's what I do really well. I recognize the things that make me happy, I recognize the things that don't make me happy, and then I remove myself or distance myself from situations or people that just don't make me feel like my best self, or don't make me feel happy. So yeah, that's what I do. And how I stay happy is I keep a mental note of every single thing that makes me happy, every experience that makes me happy. And I try to lean into those things as much as possible by doing those things as much as possible. So I know traveling makes me happy, so I travel as often as I can. I know hanging out with my friends makes me happy, going to nice restaurants, exploring new restaurants makes me happy. So I do those things as much as possible. I know that solitude is number one for me. I won't even lie. Out of all of this, solitude makes me happy, you know, so I lean into that as often as I can as well. So oh my god, I've been doing just one brow for a long time, but anyway, yeah, I lean into that as much as possible. So yeah, in a nutshell, I just think if I was to answer your question specifically for you, I would say just finding those things that really make you happy, and you know, doing those things is exactly the way to stay happy. Of course, it's not the only formula, but it's a formula that works for me. And, you know, just avoiding bad vibes and negativity. Oh, okay. Just avoiding bad vibes and negativity, and prioritizing being around people and environments that make you feel your most authentic self, and feel your happiest. That's exactly what I do. And I really hope that helps. Someone said, can I take you to dinner? I'll think about it. Someone has asked me, how do you keep your hair so healthy and beautiful? My fave. Thank you so much. So yeah, I kind of answered this question a few minutes ago, but for me, it's literally just keeping it hydrated, washing it as often as I need to. And what else do I do? Low manipulation. So, I mean, if I'm doing like hairstyles, I try to avoid super strenuous hairstyles that can like pull out my hair strands or weaken my hair, my roots and stuff like that. So I always focus on things that are just simple, straight to the point, twist outs, stuff like that. I don't blow dry I try to avoid blow drying my hair too often. And silk presses, maybe just like, I don't even do them once a year. I think I did a silk press last year for the first time in God knows how many years. All right, so I don't know, these brows might not be given, by the way, because like I said, I'm using my phone as my mirror, which is something I never do, but it's just a quick beat. I'm literally going to dinner at one of the restaurants here, so it doesn't need to be anything too dramatic. What is one of your favorite sayings? What is one of my favorite sayings? I have a few, but the one that always comes to mind is no one is you and that is your power. And I literally believe in that wholeheartedly. That quote has got me through some really tough days. And you know, the power in that quote is like amazing and so profound, simply because it's true. There's no human being on this planet that's like you, not one. You were made uniquely. You're like wonderfully and fearfully made, and there's literally no one on this planet that can do anything that you do quite like you. And recognizing that is extremely powerful, because once you know that you literally have no competition, you know. What I mean by that is you're doing something that is so true to who you are. If you're truly living if you're living authentically, then you will know what I mean. Because if you're doing something, you're doing it to the best of your ability, because you are that confident in yourself and your abilities, so you know exactly how to do it in a way that nobody else can. You bring value to this world that nobody else can bring. Everybody has their own value, by the way. Everyone has their own unique talents and their own, qualities and stuff like that. But what you bring to this planet is so unique that the world actually needs it. You will add value in ways that you never imagined. That's how powerful that quote is. So I live by that. And it's taken me to like places I never imagined possible. And yeah, it's just allowed me to separate myself from the noise, from the hype, and just hone in who I am, which is me, and focus on what makes me, what makes me unique, and what makes me, the talent or the gift or the powerhouse that I am. That's it. Am I single? You guys, leave me alone. All right, generally speaking, how can I see you? You're my crush and your movies are top notch. I want to see you. All right. So, yeah, the next time I'm in Nigeria, we got to set it up. We got to hook it up, I guess. I don't know. How do I answer that? First and foremost, I appreciate, guys, I'm sorry. Like, I see what I'm doing now. Because, you see, because I'm trying to do this video for you, you know? I should be in front of a mirror. But anyway, as I was saying, so however my makeup turns out, you guys just take it like that. But and no dragging, no insults. But yeah, next time I'm in Nigeria. Oh my gosh, what am I doing? So yeah, the next time I'm in Nigeria, I think that's a great start, babes. We can start there. So, ooh, yeah. Sorry, this needs some concentration. Give me a second. By the way, they love Afrobeats in Jamaica. Like Wizkid, Burna Boy, Ira Star. They be playing the hell out of their music here. It's so amazing. As soon as I walked out of the airport, I kid you not, what song was playing? Was it Essence? I think it was Essence. And I was just like, yo, I just got here. And the first song I'm hearing is an Afrobeat song. And I'm like, wow, that is absolutely amazing for the culture. I literally hear more Nigerian music in Jamaica than I do reggae. And that's so unexpected. That is so unexpected, but super, super fascinating. All right, sorry, lost track. Next question. What is one of the most negative experiences you've ever had on set? Wow, you guys are coming with the deep stuff, aren't you? So one thing about me is I tend to block out bad experiences. I'm one of those people that's like, I may forget what you did, but I'll never forget how you made me feel. I'm literally one of those people. I'm a very forgetful person, but if I've had a bad experience with you and I come and it's been a while ago and somehow we've come into contact with each other, I kid you not, I may not remember what you did, but the energy that I would feel in your presence would literally tell me that whatever you did hurt me, offended me, affected me, traumatized me, and I will literally adjust accordingly. Even if I don't remember what happened. But yeah, so I'm actually trying to remember. Oh yes, I do remember. Yay! See, that's why I like to talk through things, because it helps me get to the root of whatever we're talking about. But yes, an experience that I've had, this eyeliner is not great. One experience that I had that affected me negatively was I was shooting a film. This was some years ago, of course, several years ago. I was shooting a film, and then one of the scenes, man, remind me to never do my makeup like this again. This is so chaotic. Let me pause until I find what I'm looking for. I'll be right back. Yeah, so as I was saying, I was shooting a film like many, many years ago. Okay, that makes me sound hella old. I meant to say some years ago. Come on. But anyway, yeah, I was shooting a film, and yeah, in one of the scenes, it was like a fight scene. Like I think something happened and I had to storm into the room and bottle someone. And yeah, so they had like prop bottles on the set. So when we were doing the takes, the prop bottles, because they're like quite soft, so the prop bottles weren't looking real according to the director and the team and whatnot. So they're like, can I just simulate with a real bottle? And obviously me being much younger at the time, I was like, you know what, why not? Like, it should be fun. And, you know, I might as well just try it. Like, I want it to look real at the end of the day. So I was like, okay, cool. Let me try it with a real bottle. Actually, no, I did say no at first because I was worried. But then I was like, after I was like, you know what, just be a good sport and then go for it. You want it to look real at the end of the day. So yeah, had the real bottle, and the blocking was the person was supposed to hold me and not release my arm or something like that. So as I was going for him, the person, he was supposed to like hold me so that it doesn't injure anyone or whatever. I can't remember what happened because it was all a blur. But then when we were doing the scene, I was like really in the moment, I was like heated, and the person was supposed to hold me, but they didn't restrain me enough. And next minute, my arm went flying back and knocked out my tooth. So yeah, that's a fact for you. One of my teeth, this one here, is half of it is actually chipped, like broken off. And I had to have it refilled. So you can't tell because it was done so well. Shout out to the dentist in Nigeria that did it for me. But yeah, I don't have a tooth. Like I have a tooth. Half of my tooth was missing there. And that's what happened. And I was crying my eyes out because it was hurting. But not even just that, because I just couldn't believe that because I was shooting a film, I lost half of a tooth. At 5 o'clock sorry, I was gonna swear. In the morning, I was so mad. I was livid. Like I'm even upset just thinking about it now, because bruh, bear in mind, that film never even came out. So I went through all of that for the film not to come out. So anyway, yeah, that was a traumatic experience for me. And I mean, as if that wasn't enough, they were like, all I got was, oh, sorry, oh, sorry. Please, can you help us finish the scene for continuity purposes? Can you imagine? I suffered. But anyway, yeah, that was a negative experience. I was really upset about that. And I hated the fact that I had to walk around with my tooth like that for about 2 days before I finally figured out the best person for the job. And yeah, it's been holding up for many years. I mean, some years. It's been holding up since then. That's what I was meant to say. All right. So, love you, Naya, and God bless you. God bless you too, my love. All right. Would you charge any fee to be on a talk show to vent or discuss certain topics? Yeah, 100%. Like, time is money, yo. I would definitely charge a fee. I'm not sure if I would even do it because I'm not really the venting type. Well, I mean, on social media anyway. Mainly because it's not every time go viral, you know? So I'm not really a fan of like going viral for opinions that should be kept in your living room. So I'm not sure how to answer that. Okay, next question. Hey Beverly, please, I need tips on how to be an iconic fashion influencer. Oh, that's interesting. Well, I just say, like, first and foremost, be yourself. That's really important. I think authenticity is like really important in that scene right now. Just the ability to kind of like connect with your audience, and your style has to be authentically you as well. Like, don't try to be anyone else. Just figure out what makes you you, uniquely you. Figure out what you love to wear, the kind of things that flatter you and your body type. And yeah, showcase that fashion as much as possible and stay consistent. I think consistency is key. And then, yeah, remembering why you're doing it as well. Try to collaborate, you know, reach out to some designers that you really like to see if you can pull some of their pieces. But yeah, for the most part, just try to be authentic on your journey. And while you're being authentic, try to connect as well. I think that would definitely help. Guys, I don't know what this makeup's going to look like. Hey, God. Anyway, I think that's really important. Would you get in a interracial relationship? What are your thoughts on that? I don't have any problems with interracial relationships at all. I mean, why would I? I think, you know, like if you happen to find the right person for you, doesn't matter what he looks like. Doesn't matter if he's black, white, Chinese, Asian. Doesn't matter. So far as he gives you exactly what you're looking for in love, that's the most important thing. So I feel like, yeah, everyone should just focus on why they really like that person, as opposed to their race or tribe. If that person is your person, then that's all that matters, you know? Are you religious? Who is Jesus to you? Oh, that's interesting. I'm spiritual. And by that, I mean, I believe in Jesus. I accept him as my Lord and my Savior. But then I just feel like religion has just been so interesting over the last couple of decades that I feel a deeper connection when I kind of have my relationship with God and with Jesus outside of the requirements of religion, if that makes sense. So I love to just converse with God and have my relationship with him, speak to him, and allow him to lead me on this journey, knowing that he has my back, and trusting what the word says and believing that. I feel like the word is the most important part of this journey. So trusting God's word is ultimately what I've chosen to do. And yeah, walk by faith and not by sight. I know it's easier said than done, but God rewards our hard work and our efforts and our faith. So yes, I am spiritual, and yes, I definitely do love and believe in Jesus. Okay, please tell me, how can I be myself and stop being afraid or stop being obscure, please? That's an interesting question. I mean, I can relate to that too, because sometimes I feel, I'm always myself, but then I'm definitely an introvert to a fault, to the point where I can just get by just fine for weeks on end without going out or catching up or whatever. So I do get you. I think the first step is definitely getting comfortable with being uncomfortable. And what I mean by that is just stepping out of your comfort zone and challenging yourself to actually do things that make you feel uncomfortable, just so that you can prove to yourself that, look, you can actually do these things, like there's nothing that should be stopping you from actually going after it. So I feel like once you get comfortable with, again, being uncomfortable, you put yourself in a position where you realize that what you're so afraid of is actually not that bad. And once you train your brain rather to believe that, you'll notice that you'll be able to do more and more things. You challenge yourself one day to go to an event where that's gonna have a large crowd, and then you go to that event. You've conquered that fear because you've done it. So you go to that event. The next challenge is you have a fear of networking and meeting new people or approaching people. You challenge yourself by approaching one person, and then you realize that after you've done that, you have the confidence to approach another person and then another person. The more you challenge yourself by doing things that make you uncomfortable, the more you get used to it or used to those things, and the more you're able to kind of step out of your comfort zone a lot more to do even more things. And that's how you become less afraid over time. So yeah, this is actually an answer for me as well, because this is something that I'm actually consciously working on, because I always find myself second guessing myself at times, and chickening out of things that could actually progress my career or my joy. So yeah, so that's an answer for me as well. But that's exactly how I've been approaching it, because I know what it's like to be an introvert or someone that just second guesses and would rather just not try if they didn't have to deal with the possibility of a no or hard rejection or that kind of thing. So I hope that helps. All right. How are you so beautiful and stylish? You always look amazing. Oh, thank you so much. I don't know. I think I've just allowed my style to evolve over the years, and just I think that the older I get, the more I focus on things that actually make me happy, make me feel comfortable in my skin, make me feel confident actually as well in my skin, and things that just kind of like flatten my figure, my body, and yeah, at the same time, just allow me to feel like the goddess that God has created me to be. So yeah, essentially, yeah, that's basically what I do. But thank you so much for the compliment. That means a lot. Okay, next one is, apart from acting, what other passions do you have? I love that question. So for me, like, I'm very focused on entrepreneurship at the moment. I have like a number of projects that I'm working on silently that are like really dear to my heart. So that's really what I'm prioritizing at this moment in time. Production, definitely. I mean, I've done Skin, the documentary. So It's a documentary on colorism. I've got that. I've also got the follow-up project. I'm working on another project and then a couple of other projects as well. So those are like literally what excites me at the moment. I'm also working on a new skill. So yeah, these are the things that are like taking up my time. And these are the things that I absolutely love at this moment in time. So yeah. So someone just asked, you know, besides Nollywood and yeah, like besides like what I do already, is there anything else I'd love to venture into, or is there anything else that I do? And yeah, like I just don't talk about the things I do, you know. I just like to just focus on my craft, and not even my craft, because well, I just like to just focus on the things that, you know, are important to me at this time. So yeah, so I am definitely working on a couple of other businesses. I literally just announced something that I'm doing with Winston Leather. So that should be a really interesting collaboration that I'm excited about. So there's that, and then there's, you know, like another another business that I'm working on that I will talk about at some point. I hope. Again, as I mentioned, like I've got um, my new documentary project and the other ones that I'm working on. So there are like other things that I'm doing that are like really exciting, you know. So yeah, so within, you know, I just like to reveal things gradually. I think that's where I am in my life. I just don't have anything to prove. I just would rather just allow you guys to see things as they happen, as opposed to me just talking about things prematurely and potentially jinxing them, you know. And then yeah, endorsements and like, you know, like influencer gigs definitely pays well in this part of the world. So there's that too. About to do my lashes, guys. So yeah, so that's some of the stuff I'm working on in my worst American accent ever. Okay, another question is, there's so many. I may not be able to do all, unfortunately. I may do a part 2. Let me know if you want me to do a part 2. Next question is, how do I heal and overcome shame of the past, especially with men? Oh my gosh, you guys are asking me deep questions. You're asking me such deep questions. But I hear you. I feel like it's so important to not blame yourself, first and foremost. Don't blame yourself, you know, mistakes happen, or whatever happened. Just heal from it by focusing on yourself, recognizing, realizing, and accepting that you are enough and you are worthy of love. Even if it didn't come from that person, you are still worthy of love, and the right person is out there for you and will find you when the time is right. In the interim, focus on yourself, the things that make you happy, the things that make you feel whole. And remember, focus on the things that went wrong in that situation, maybe what you did wrong or what you observed in that relationship. Recognize those things, and when you're picking a new partner, make sure that they don't have similar qualities or qualities that trigger you, because you're just going to repeat the same mistakes. And then if you did things wrong in that relationship, you know, have enough self-awareness and, you know, just introspect, and figure out what you can do better to be a better person in your next relationship. But then outside of all of that, focus on yourself. That's my best advice to you. What did you study in university? I went to Roehampton University in London, and I studied filmmaking. So this is not a new journey for me. All right. I love you. That's it. I love you too. Next one is, I don't have anything to ask, but I want you to know that you are talented and beautiful. Thank you so much. You are the best in beauty, aura, plus a dazzling personality. Also, how do you do it? Oh, thank you so much. Just try to stay positive. That's the most important thing. Guys, I'm so not sure about this makeup anymore. Oh my gosh. Like, how am I using my phone as my mirror? Sorry about that break in transmission, guys. I need to get these lashes done properly. Anyway, So, question, someone asked me when I'm gonna release my next movie, or I don't know if they meant like star in my next movie or actually release my next movie. By the way, it's getting dark outside, which is why the lighting has changed. But yeah, I don't know, you know. Actually, no, I do have a project coming out at some point this year. So I think it's yeah, it should be coming out at some point. So I will keep you posted on that. Okay, so someone asked me about the Nivea lotions I use. So yeah, I always try to, you know, use the same ones. Like I love what I love. So for me, Rich Nourishing is my ultimate favorite. And then I also really love Nivea's Radiant and Beauty Advanced Care Lotion. I use that all the time. When it comes to like my face, I love Nivea's micellar water, 3-in-1 micellar water. That's really good. I love the my 3-in-1 face mask. That's good, and face wash as well. That's really good. So yeah, I love Pearl and Beauty deodorant and Dry Fresh. So yeah, those are some of my favorite Nivea products. There's so many, but those are my favorites. So I'm gonna do some blush. So I'm gonna just keep it light. So I'm using like this blush called Dolce Vita by NARS. I really like it. I love you. All right, okay, so let me just do 3 or 4 more because I need to finish my makeup and get out of here. Oh my gosh, the lighting has changed so much, guys. Hold on. Okay, I'm back, guys. So I almost gave up after the light went. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's not working. But then I was like, you know what? Improvise, Beverly. So I've moved to another part of the room, just so that I can finish this because I don't want to let you guys down. Someone said, I'm thrilled by your skin. How do you maintain your color? Would you recommend essential oils? So yeah, I mean, as I always say, I use a lot of Nivea products. Again, amazing for my skin. Yeah, essential oils are really good. Like I recommend like shea oil, shea butter, coconut oil, just basically any like organic, like natural oil. Especially if you have like dry skin, like I recommend those products as well. I mean, not products, like those oils as well, because they definitely help to keep your skin, you know, deeply moisturized along with your lotion. So yeah, I recommend that. So yeah, I hope that answers your question. What is your time management strategy like? How do you prevent burnout? I love that question. So for me, time management is like, you know, like just having an agenda for the day. Oh my gosh, now the lighting's, it's not great. But anyway, yeah, having an agenda for the day and being time conscious, knowing how much you want to achieve in that day, and then setting a number of hours per task and, you know, smashing those goals. I think that's basically it for me. So it's like minimizing distractions. You know, when you're working, just put your phone on D&D or just leave it in the room or something, or, you know, just turn it upside down so you're not distracted by it. Someone said, what about the hair care products or natural hair care regimen we filled the form for? Well, thank you for holding me accountable. I haven't forgotten about that. I'm still working on it. So yeah, like I said, I am working on a number of things. One of those things is definitely giving you more hair care tips and ways to like style your natural hair and take care of your natural hair. I do have some content coming your way, so just bear with me, guys. You know, these things take time, but I got you. I promise you, I do got you. With regard to the other thing I told you I'm working on to do with hair care, that's still coming. These things take time. If I want to give you the best, I literally have to take my time to make sure that what I'm giving to you is actually worth it. Right. Someone said, would you let me buy you ice cream? You guys are so funny. Yes. What state are you from? I'm from Delta State in Nigeria. I'm Delta Igbo. Someone asked me, how do you stay afloat after business projections to make sure it doesn't drown your essence, darling? Ooh, that's a good question. I mean, yeah, definitely. Like, I've had like a lot of ideas and a lot of like you know, just a lot of like, yeah, ideas and proposals dashed, you know, but then I just keep going regardless, because for every no, there'll be a yes eventually. And I think that's what my motivation is. Just knowing that it might not be right for this person, but it's likely going to be right for someone else. So you just have to keep knocking on those doors, knowing that when it's time, it will happen. And another thing that's like quite powerful is that no doesn't mean no, it just means not right now, you know? So you just have to keep looking for that alignment and that perfect opportunity where whatever you're working on will just align with whoever you're trying to speak to. So yeah, just keep staying motivated. Another one, why are you so elegant and classy? I love how you carry yourself. I hope you see this. That is so sweet. Thank you. I really appreciate it. I mean, I don't know why. Guess it's the way my mama raised me. But thank you. I appreciate that compliment. What keeps you going in life, and what's your advice to someone who is still struggling? So what keeps me going in life is just um I just you know, just positive vibes, like the ability to just live the life of my dreams, knowing that it's all going to come together one day. It's not perfect, it's never going to be perfect, but just learning to just enjoy the moment, and not to put too much pressure on myself, knowing that everything is going to work out exactly as it should, definitely keeps me motivated. So yeah, for someone that's still struggling, I mean, we're all still struggling in one way or another. Like, we're all still trying to figure it out. But for someone that's like, you know, on the journey, looking for advice, my advice to you would be just keep going, you know, keep going, keep putting in the work, keep trusting God, keep having faith, knowing that it's all going to come together eventually, you know. So that's basically what I would say. I know it's not easy. I know it is demoralizing. Trust me, I totally get it. But you just got to keep going and trusting that everything will align exactly as it should. And that's myself included, because it's not always easy. It's not always perfect. Trust me, it's never perfect. But just trusting that it's all going to work out. So I'm trying to find my lip liner. But trusting that it's all going to work out. And believing that wholeheartedly, knowing that God's got your back, literally is what keeps me going. So, yeah. This is, guys, let me just tell you right now that this is the wackest makeup I have ever done. But it's all good. All right, so let me look for another one. Are you working on any new exciting acting roles? Can you share? Not at the moment. Well, I mean, I'm not working on any exciting acting roles at this moment in time. First of all, I love you. Oh, I love you too. Always have. Secondly, could you please reply? Just did. All right. Someone's. Ooh. No, I don't owe nobody. Hello. Hi. Good evening. I'm good. Thank you. Yes, it is. Okay. Oh, yes, I am. I'm good. No, I'm fine. I don't think there's anything I need at this time. Okay. Thanks so much. Bye. Oh, how sweet. The hotel called just to make sure I'm good. To find out if I needed anything. I'm good, man. That's sweet. All right. I love your movies. You tell a woman's story as it is. Not so into acting anymore. I just feel like, you know, like acting will always be my first love. Don't get me wrong. I'm willing to act if it's like, you know what, let me be honest. Acting will always be my first love. But then I'm just in a place where there's just so many things that I love a little bit more at the moment. And that involves just a more exciting and financially rewarding career path, you know. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. And yeah, acting will always be my first love. But for the right project, I will be on set. Let me just say that. But it would never be for the money. It would be for the passion. I'd love to love you. I'd love to love you. Can I? Oh. Y'all crazy. How are you doing lately? I'm doing really well. Thanks for asking. I like that question. I appreciate that. It's a simple question that requires just an honest answer. And yes, to answer your question, I'm doing really well. I'm just doing my makeup at the moment. I've got dinner. So I just want to do my makeup. It's night one for me. So yeah, just like getting it done and just looking forward to having a good evening, meeting new people and socializing whilst I wait for my friend to get here tomorrow. So yeah, that's basically it. Where were you raised? I was raised in London, England. I'm just so scattered. But anyway, I was raised in London and yeah. How was growing up like? Do you have siblings? How many? Their genders. So yeah, growing up was cute for the most part. So I'm an only child. So I don't have siblings. So it was quiet for the most part. But I still found ways to entertain myself, you know, with my Barbies and my cousins. I do like sometimes wish I had siblings. And the reasons for that is because I just feel like it would have been nice to grow up with like a younger brother, older brother, or older sister or younger sister, you know. Someone that you can just kind of like lean on for support, confide in, just with. Like, I always like envy kind of like people who have siblings. I know people obviously have like interesting dynamics with their siblings and stuff, but then I mean like the ones that are like really, really close, like best friends and stuff. Always like, I wish I had that, you know, because it's always nice to have that eternal best friend, the person that you can just rely on no matter what. Like if you have a bad moment or bad day, because of how loyal that person is to you and how much they absolutely love you, no matter unconditionally, you can just reach out to them and just express yourself and they will always be there to listen. I think that's beautiful. So yeah, I'm an only child and yeah, it was pretty chilled. All right, guys, I'm gonna stop there. Thank you so much for all your questions. Like, you guys asked me a lot of questions. You guys made it quite heavy though. Next time, let's just have it like really chilled. Although it was fun, I just wanted to kind of like answer a lot of lighthearted stuff. But yeah, I really enjoyed this. This is fun. Yeah, so now I'm just gonna finish off my makeup. So yeah, almost done. I'm just gonna put some gloss on this. I don't know what kind of gloss I want. Just like a bronzy nude. Yep, perfect. So just put a little bit of gloss. A little bit of gloss. There we go. That's it. So, as I said, this is not, you know, my best makeup, but it is what it is. So now I need to just sort out my hair. Okay, so let me just quickly do my hair. Alright guys, so I'm going to show you how, you know, I prep my hair before I go out. So I really love these braids. My only issue with them is that they tangle. And when they get tangled, it's not the easiest to manage. Well, it's not terrible, I mean, but yeah. I just think for human hair, like, it should be a bit easier. Like, it shouldn't really tangle as much as it does. But I've mastered how to do it so it doesn't take too much of my time, because Lord knows I'm impatient. Alright. So yeah, I tend to mousse with this. It's called Lotta Body, coconut and shea oils. This is it right here. I love this because it just really just, what's going on? Helps with the sheen. Yeah, so I just run it through my hair, or my braids rather, just to give it that sheen that it needs, and then just to help to bring the curls back as well, which is quite effective. It's working, it's doing its magic. I'd usually spend more time doing this, but not today. Same to the other side, obviously. Ow. Right. See how it's coming back to life? Cool. There we go. So yeah. That's it. So yeah, now I usually would just separate these curls, separate the strands from the braid so that I can give it more volume. Do you see? So I'd have to go right the way around. I'm not going to do that today because, as I said, lazy. So I'm just going to like do a few just so that you get the gist of what I mean. I can't. Anyway, there we go.